Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. I'm your host, Mike. Thank you guys for coming back. And today I wanted to go over some film noir. I've been heavy watching some film noir here lately, guys. I kind of got the jump on it a few months before November. November is traditionally the film noir month where everyone's supposedly supposed to watch a film noir, which, yeah, watch them all the time. But I'm a huge fan of film noir, as anybody that knows me knows. But I just want to try to quickly go through some of these because I have a lot. But these are a lot of great releases, a lot of classic movies and stuff. So let's get right to it. Now this is a Blu-ray release from Shout Select. This is the 1942 Universal film noir classic. Actually, at the time, it was more like a crime movie. So it's one of those. This is This Gun for Hire, which has the lovely Veronica Lake and Robert Preston. Now, they were the main stars of it, but what happened with this movie was it made the third build star, Alan Ladd, a household name. And basically, he became a big star at that point after this movie. And, Paramount, I'm sorry, it came from Paramount. And then Paramount put him and Veronica Lake together in a couple more movies and stuff. And there was always a big hit, big team and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely a star-making role for Alan Ladd. And just one of those classic noirs that was such a, inspiration to a lot of future filmmakers and stuff. So it's really one of those you gotta have. There's a few that always comes to mind. There are two movies. This one, The Glass Key, and that's one. What's that? Was it The Blue Dahlia or something like that? But they were in more than three. There was like 3 or 4 movies that they did together, them two. But they make a great team. This is a great movie. Let me see. I was thinking something else. No, I don't know. Anyways, guys, This Gun for Hire. If you've never seen it, you need to give it a try. Next up, this is a release from Kino Classics. This was a first-time watch, and this is it's kind of a film noir, but it's kind of a subgenre of the film noir. This is kind of uses some, I guess you could say, heavenly intervention or something. This is kind of a race between good and evil and everything. It's a very interesting movie, probably very original for the time and everything. This is a movie called Alias Nick Beale, and it stars Ray Milland, the great Audrey Totter, and the also great Thomas Mitchell. And this was directed by John Farrow. I'm really starting to really enjoy John Farrow as a director. I mean, he's kind of not a household name. He did a lot of classic movies in the 40s and stuff, but he's got quite a list of good movies. He's also, Mia Farrow's father and everything, but he did some really good movies. Now this, I want to read you a little bit about this quickly. Thomas Mitchell plays an honest district attorney who wants to run for governor in order to clean up the criminal underworld. Blocked by corrupt political forces, Foster would practically have to make a deal with the devil to reach his goal. Enter Nick Beale, played by Ray Milland, diabolically handsome gent with a slick line of patter and a smooth, infallible method of getting things done. And yes, he does. Foster agrees to the deal, and to bind the bargain, Beale sends out one of his most trusted associates, played by Audrey Totter, to keep Foster in line. And then when Foster finally realizes that he's sold his soul, there seems to be no way out, but that's when the forces of good switch into high gear. This also has an audio commentary by the great Eddie Muller. And what can I say? This was a lot of fun. Came out in 1949. It's 93 minutes. one of, I don't know, I don't know what you could pair this with. You could pair this basically with a lot of stuff in this kind of genre. But yeah, very good movie. Check it out. This was a first time watch for me. Really enjoyed it. All the leads are really good. Audrey Totter's good. Ray Milland's he's just perfect for it. So there you go. And this was this next one. This is a Olive Films release. I got this. Where did I get this? I got a really good deal on this from. God, I can't think of what's that website? I can't think of the name. I'll try to put it down here. But anyways, this is a classic film noir prison break movie, and it also stars one of my favorite character actors. He was kind of like lead to character actor kind of around that time. William Bendix, and he's in this. This is a movie called Crash Out, and it's directed by Lewis Foster, and has a great cast. I mean, listen to this. It's got Arthur Kennedy, which he was, still a young actor then. You got Luther Adler, Gene Evans, Marshall Thompson. It's got a great cast of faces you've seen in other movies. Really cool. It just shows the, them breaking out and just, they're all trying to take that loot. They're going to rob a bank, and it's great. It's great. It's a team of 6, and you slowly see how the gang kind of falls apart one by one and stuff. It's really good. Called Crash Out. I had never heard of it, and I recently saw it on Amazon or something, but I actually ordered this through another company. I'll try to think of that. But yeah, Crash Out, really cool. Now this is a movie, this is a Burt Lancaster movie. I guess I could have put this with I could have put this with Burt Lancaster movies, but I really wanted to show this as one of the seminal film noirs, one of the big, legendary film noirs that really just cemented the genre and everything. This is a movie called Crisscross. This is the Eureka Masters of Cinema Blu-ray edition. This is directed by Robert Siodmak. It stars Yvonne DiCarlo, which is, man, she was beautiful. I mean, she was Lily Munster, everybody knows her as, but I mean, she's actually, take all that, makeup and stuff she wore, and she's really a beautiful woman. And also has the great Dan Duryea in this. I mean, this is a classic film noir. Really, really good. I mean, here's just a little bit. Illicit passion, greed, robbery, and murder collide in Crisscross, a classic film noir suspense tale from the true master of genre, Robert Siodmak. Also made The Killers, by the way. Yeah, this is a really cool edition. It's got a few extras on there and everything. It looks really good. I think you got, I thought I had optional artwork, but it's got a little booklet. It's got a little size booklet in there, so it's really good. Crisscross. If you've never seen Crisscross, you have to check out that. Now, this was the discovery of these movies. Now, this was a movie I hadn't seen. Eddie Muller I've listened to some podcasts, and he's talked about this. This is one of the movies I think the Film Noir Foundation restored and everything. This is a movie starring Dick Powell and the lovely Rhonda Fleming. This is called Cry Danger, and this is also a Olive Films release. But yeah, it's directed by Robert Parrish, and it's got Richard Erdman and William Conrad in it. Really cool. I mean, this was such a surprise. Basically, Dick Powell gets out of prison after not saying anything to protect his gangster buddy. There were two gangsters running something. He took the rap, and then when he gets out of jail 5 years later, he wants his cut. But he discovers that his partner had basically used all his money, and he has changed a lot on what he believes in, and it comes down to that. And then you got the double crossing and stuff. Man, it's a great movie. Cry Danger. Check it out. Next up, this was another first time watch. As you know, I'm a big John Payne fan. I think he's really underrated as an actor. I mean, he did film noir like nobody else. He did westerns, and he did, you know, some war films and action pictures of the time. This is a discovery. I had never seen this before. Directed by that great Alan Dwan. This was one of those movies he did around that time. It's based on part of the script was written by James M. Cain, the author, who made what's the movie called? James Cain. God, it's on the tip of my tongue. Hang on. It'll tear me up if I don't find out. What is the name? The name. Oh, The Postman Always Rings Twice. Gosh. Like something you know. This is a movie called Slightly Scarlet. And it was really good, guys. John Payne, Arlene Dahl, Rhonda Fleming is in this one also. But Leonard Maltin said about this is an effective study of big city corruption, and Arlene Dahl steals the show. Yes, she does, and this is a really good movie. It really is. It's a kind of a story, another story. This one is a woman gets out of prison. She's trying to go right. It's kind of like Bad Sister, Good Sister, and kind of mixing with, putting John Payne kind of in the middle of the two, and, really classic film noir. Slightly Scarlet. It was hard finding copies of this, so I found this is a copy that came from, VCI Entertainment. I think this may be the best copy, unless there's a version in Spain or somewhere. But anyways, I really enjoyed this, Slightly Scarlet, and it looked pretty decent actually too for an older DVD. Next up, this is one of the first of the Film Noir Foundation restorations that they've put out on video. This is actually the first edition I bought them. This is actually an ex-library copy, so unfortunately it doesn't have the booklet. Doesn't have the booklet, and then it's got like tape and stuff on there. But anyways, this is a movie called Too Late for Tears. I may have shown this before. I have a different version of Too Late for Tears, which is, I believe it's a Eureka or Arrow edition, Arrow Academy maybe. But I wanted this one because it's basically based on the same restoration that the other video was, but this one had a lot of extras on here, a lot of bonus material that I just couldn't I couldn't forget about. I mean, just the one about talking about finding this movie and restoring it and what they had to go through and different stuff. The really cool stuff though. So there you go. Too Late for Tears. You may remember that one back a little bit ago. Next up, this was a first time watch too. This was a movie produced by Francis Ford Coppola. It's directed by Wim Wenders. And this is I guess it's loosely based on the life of Dashiell Hammett. And it's just called Hammett. And I think with the script by... We got music by John Barry. You got... I was going to say who... I was thinking something else, I guess. But yeah, John Barry's music. It's got a great cast. It's got... Frederick Forrest does a really good job as Hammett. It's also got Peter Boyle, Mary Lou Henner, Rory Kinnear, Alicia Cook from the old film noirs. He would always show up as a hotel clerk or a cabbie or something. It's got the great R.G. Armstrong, Michael Chow. But yeah, really good. I had never heard of this movie before. And I'm trying to think, how did I come across this? I don't know if somebody was talking about semi-obscure things on a podcast or something. I don't know. Who knows? But I did a little looking around, and here it was. And, Paramount put it out back in the day and stuff. And it's just one of those, I guess, sleeper hits. And reading up on it, it didn't get like, it's not the greatest movie ever made, but it's definitely a quiet little sleeper of a movie. Really cool. I liked it a lot. I would definitely watch it again. Because I did like how Frederick Forrest played Dashiell Hammett. I thought it was pretty good. So there you go, Hammett. Next up, this is next to last here. This is a Criterion Collection release. This is a double feature release on DVD. This came out probably over almost 20 years now, but it's out on Blu-ray also from Criterion you can get. But this is Ernest Hemingway's The Killers, and it has the two different versions of The Killers that was made. Of course, you got the classic 1946 Burt Lancaster movie, and then you got the 1964 Don Siegel directed version of The Killers starring Lee Marvin. So it's kind of a mix-up. It's kind of like they're both good. You know, they're both good in their own ways. But of course, the first one is the seminal, the classic, one of the very best film noirs ever made. Basically put Burt Lancaster on the map. I mean, it's got some extras here. It's got Andrei Tarkovsky's 1956 student film version of The Killers. It's got a lot of interviews and a lot of stuff here. Of course, the 64 version has, an interview with Clu Gallagher, some extra stuff about the director and everything. So really cool. I've always had this older version, and I may upgrade one day to the Blu-ray. But yeah, there you go, The Killers. Everybody needs this in their collection. I mean, the Robert Sadomak version is my favorite, but Don Siegel's version is really good because you got Lee Marvin in it. So there you go, The Killers. You gotta have that on your list if you're just trying to get into film noir. And finally, guys, this is funny though, but I compared the video, the Blu-ray of Crisscross and the DVD of The Killers to this double feature Laserdisc that I had for many years. This is a Universal double feature Laserdisc. This has The Killers, the 1946 version. Then it's got Crisscross, the Burt Lancaster movie with Yvonne DiCarlo. So yeah, really cool. So yeah, I mean, these were basic transfers. I mean, it looks a little bit, the Criterion version looks a little sharper, a little better and everything and stuff. So there you go. But yeah, I just thought I'd get a little creative and watch, the Laserdisc version too and stuff. So there you go, guys. I hope you like that. That's some of the film noir I've been digging into and watching here lately. Tell me what you think about those. What was your favorite version of The Killers? Anything like that, just ask me. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this episode. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. I'm trying to reach my goal of 500 subs. So until next time, guys, keep watching film noir. Watch out for those dangerous dames, and just figure out who your friends are, because it could happen. So until next time, guys, I'm Mike. Take it easy. See ya.